of the species.
Hi everybody. Welcome you in our quiet space. My name is Olexandr. I'm the founder of this micro-eatable garden. This is Zhevodana. She joined us this year. She's our gardener designer, and she helps a lot with both of our sites. I want to share with you the personal story, how I got to here and why we decided to make it. So I have background in marketing and communication and worked for last 10 years for NGO sector doing like community projects in eastern of Ukraine and Crimea. Also, we've been a lot of work in public design, working with public space in the cities, in villages. And at some point I burned out 5 years ago. I worked too much with next to computer, doing this communication and be away from the people. At that time I was working in this institution. It's a cultural project. It's also NGO that produce liberal art courses like classical philosophy and contemporary art for adults. And this place was empty, never used for 2 years. Just they put money in this terrace and nothing was done. So once I came to my employers and said, why wouldn't we create a micro garden here, but not a traditional micro garden, eatable garden. By that I wanted to reconnect myself with nature. I was thinking to leave the city and join some eco-village to get to know more about farming and eco-movement. But I decided to stay in the city because the city brings us effective communication and it feeds us. So it brings money and work. So we created this. We did not expect demand from the people, from adults and kids, and we decided to crowdfund money. We made it really fast for 2 months, and we raised about $5,000 and invested in this space. And after we met a great demand from the people, we understand that we have to make a school for kids and open public lectures for adults to teach the basic of growing food on the balcony and abandoned spaces in the city. And now we had here it's our 3rd season. It's almost over. Some of the plants are frozen. Last year we designed the 2nd site in the Kyiv Botanical Garden. It's about 2 kilometers from here, where we doing workshop with kids, and we have much more space over there where we could really practice modern farming techniques, and practice of Volodymyr Rozum also is there. He was introducing that practice to you yesterday. That's it. That's the story. What we grow here is basically herbs, vegetables. All stays here for winter. It's not disappeared for the next 6 months. Yeah, that's it. Let's make maybe some movement. Maybe you have questions, or I could present you our inhabitants here.
Yeah, maybe let's do this.
We will have a salad. At least 50% of produce is from here. Another 50 is from people from village. Yeah, so we have here sage, mint, nasturtium, basil. We started, so we are not professional. We didn't know anything about growing food 3 years ago on the balcony or on the terrace. So we start practicing, and that's how we attracted much more interested audience, because we met those that we've been 3 years ago. So So we start to do different experiments. Something is not working, and so you see in one box like about 10 kinds of plants.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
What kind of sage it is?
I don't know.
Sativa.
This oregano, gold sage, I think the name of it. This is Morocco mint. This is peppermint mint, I think. Yeah. This is a box of chuffa. This location is very sunny, and some of the plants, like tomatoes, it's too much for them. But since we have automated water system, it really helps us and do not take too much effort from us to take care of this place. As I said, also this place is owned by other institution, and we here are a different organization, and we just met the win-win interest, so they could use this space for their public events, for open lectures and like music concerts here. So it really worked well for not just both of us, but also for the partners. We started to grow this year something like ginger and bamboo spinach. These are species brought from Asia. We were careful about deciding what to plant, but we decided to try. We also have here kale, oregano, як калина англійською?
Something like snow.
This is a really red Ukrainian berry that are grown in the villages.
Authentical bush of Ukrainian villages. It's very popular in Ukrainian culture.
Да?
How? Arrowwood.
Snowball,
Arrowwood.
maybe.
Yeah, snowball or arrowwood.
Зразу безліч по листочку.
It has fruits?
This berries.
Berries.
Snowball.
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 А ти можеш режіше подивитися?
По-другому по-русски.
Snowball.
Viburnum species.
Kalina.
Kalina, yeah.
Let's go to greenhouse. This is the first time we tried to grow sweet potato. We did not check if we have something there, but we're gonna try it soon because it's getting colder. So this is one kind of sweet potato. These are another ones. It's already like it was almost zero tonight, so it's frozen. These are lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
These are bamboo spinach. It's very unique spinach. You will have it in your salad. It's like a bamboo plus spinach. There's also, we're growing on another side the New Zealand spinach, which is tetragonia. Maybe you know, it's a beautiful plant that are curly and like liana.
Spinach. So everything
Yeah, these are strawberries, but we don't have any.
now we had.
Yeah, in the beginning.
То
Sweet
вторинне.
potato. We must
Dig it.
dig it because it became cold in evening in the night and
Frost. Damaged by frost.
but you can use this Fruits.
And then we could keep it until the next season inside. Really?
I know that sweet potato can be propagated from leaf. From leaf. It is wonderful. You can put the leaf in the pocket, like a zip pocket, and with something like something wet. Yeah.
In the beginning of this season, I was thinking that sweet potato is growing like regular potato, so I put just things inside. Then I met Shivadana and she helped us.
But we have a wonderful farmer, not urban farmer, but
Pre-urban farmer.
yeah. And he grows a lot of sorts, varieties of potato. And Anastasia grows sweet potato too.
Yeah, two varieties. But I don't know this variety. This is something special.
This is from Dima Protokovsky. He has
Okay.
15.
Sorry. The best special.
Yeah, because his sweet potato grows very good, and I think I must go to his farm to visit.
Check.
Yeah, because he said, Jordana, if you want some sweet potato, come and dig it. If you want.
That's pretty it. We have here also tomato that are done. Again, sweet potato. Chuffa. And this is like an urban apple. I've never heard of it. It doesn't give міська райська яблуня. Такі вона цвіте рожево. Вона так називається. But it never blossomed yet.
Because it's raiske. Maybe it's not paradise here.
Yeah, maybe.
We have to change the place somewhere. I have a question. Like you started here, beautiful. You like it. You are enthusiastic. Is it big? Is it enough for you, or you plan to extend it to somewhere?
So we
Like
have
you
another
buy
plan.
the fields and you start
I
farming.
was thinking to start from there, but then I checked, see the lands next to Kyiv, and for me was I met a big fear inside of me of going outside and join some people in nowhere. So for me, this format is nice as a hobby. But we are now thinking of doing and helping people to grow things indoor, working with the systems and technologies to have the full year season, not to stop.
And you have already feeling that in the Kyiv city, the people lose their connection with the nature already? No, I don't. I hope so.
Young people maybe, but they know with technologies and information become open again. And old people, I heard the stories when in the 80s, or 70s, when there was this urbanization, when people from the villages were moving to the cities, so they were bringing this culture of growing food next to the inside of the neighborhoods. And some of the people older than me, doing in front of my house where I live in Kyiv, so it's still in.
So it is your tradition. It is
Yeah.
It's still state tradition. Never forget.
So why wouldn't we have some snack, salad inside, and we could continue.
We already consumed your.
Okay.
It's tasty.
Ні, ну всередину ми зараз ідемо.
Бачите, не казав. Да, вже треба. галузі. Ми просто залишили, бо у нас була якась квітка, там.
Сонцепьок, то без накриття там не посадиш. Дуже дуже. So Serbia salad. This is a salad. This is olive oil. This is a tomato from supermarket. Sorry. Yeah, and water.
Great.
First, I will put some music.
Ні, я думаю, що ми можемо ще ж продовжуємо спілкуватися. Ми ж не тільки ще їм.
Спілкування закінчиться у цьому.
And maybe while people are helping themselves with food, you can tell a little bit about your education programs, because our conference is about education, and specifically if you are planning any collaboration with the universities.
So we have annually a summer school for kids, and already we made urban farming course twice, and that's this year. That's how we met Valentina Movchan and start collaboration with University Ukraina and Volodymyr Rozum. That's our win-win feat. So for next year, as we are planning to organize urban farming course again, this year as a result we helped to create 5 more urban micro gardens in Kyiv and 1 garden in Chernihiv, in the park, in public park. So and for the next 6 months we are dig into research of meeting with our potential new audience to understand their needs and pains of what they need in knowledge of urban agriculture.
I see. And I just wonder if you discussed any more with Valentina about the education program for the university. Чи ви вже говорили більше про цю програму університетську, чи про можливість саме такого освітнього співпраці?
Я на всіх рівнях, де я можу, я про це говорю. Це треба, знаєте, що взяти і зробити ще. І ми будемо, в общем, у нас вже є аж 2 курси. Один від Ірини Казакової про економічну доцільність пермакультури і парк природи Беремицьке. Вони теж працюють над такою програмою. І мій курс теж майже.
So I asked about if they already discussed anything about cooperation in designing the educational program. So Valentina answered that she tried to communicate this at all levels, at all events, and so far they have already almost agreed about 2 programs about this economical modeling in permaculture with Irina, and about creating natural parks with Anton. Because I remember from your presentation on our PDC that you told a lot about the opportunities for students to work within this urban agriculture, urban ecology, let's say, that it could be like a small business niche for consultancy, for maybe small production of some birdhouses, I don't know, ecological materials, so maybe it could fit also in this course. Що я пам'ятаю, як ви на курсі пермакультурного дизайну розповідали про, що студентам можна доносити можливість заробляти гроші, от саме пропонуючи якісь екологічні рішення для міського середовища, там вертикальне озеленення, якісь будинки там для птахів, там для комах, тобто, можливо, це якби був би такий цікавий курс, який створював би можливість для такої от індивідуальної зайнятості, такого невеличкого підприємництва для людей.
Я весь час студентам пропоную зайнятися таким бізнесом, але це поки не знайшло відгуку в їхніх серцях. І Олександр також обіцяв взяти участь у нашій освітній програмі і про міське фермерство також зробити зробити свій курс.
So she always tried to offer this kind of educational business opportunity for the students that they could earn money, but so far she did not find any response, anyone interested, but they are negotiating with Oleksandr about some course or lectures on urban farming.
І Володимир Микитович Розум теж обіцяв.
As well as with
Я з
Volodymyr.
вами працюю, так що не
Так.
Okay. So, thank you. Any questions for Oleksandr? Okay, then. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Here.
This is most of the books from the liberal arts, sort of philosophy and contemporary art. So it's not. This space is run by another organization, and they do their lectures here inside, as well as we do sometimes for urban farming issues.
You have such a roof that you can plant the plants on the roof.
We have it on the first year. We had about 20 root pouches, bags with the tomato on the roof. But this plot is so hot, as well as the roof is even hotter because it has ruberoid. The cover is really collaborating with sun in a bad way, so it influences the plants. So we just move everything here on the terrace and decided to start small.
Maybe later on.
Actually, the big story of it, there is this problematic space, 10 hectares, Sadiba Michersona. And when we decided to do project of urban garden, we announced it, we do it over there, as well as here. But this space, 10 hectares, is under arrest 10 last years. And we made such a big promo campaign for raising money for this space. So in 2 weeks they went to the mayor and asked to put the fence and close down and did not let us go there. But actually there was maybe a good lesson for us. Also starting small and expand after you gain some success and has another success stories. So yeah. We have lots of such spaces in Kyiv, and this is not the problem of Kyiv, it's the problem for major cities, I think.
Okay. Thank you very much. Question? Yeah.
You have followers. How the people reacted to that time of gardening? Do they like it?
So the best collaboration went through crowdfunding, because that's how people could put some money and see the result after. And as well, crowdfunding did its best PR. It's free PR because our Ukrainian media see when social initiative raising money, so they give extra uvahu, attention to it. So it was the crowdfunding itself is for me the best online community tool. And right now we have much more space on the Kyiv Botanical Garden to people to come, but there is much more problem with entrance because they do not have a simple entrance system. But the garden here is open 24 hours and it's like everybody can go there, and we never... The first year we were going to put half of the budget that we raised from the crowdfunding campaign on bringing here guards to save it at night, but they did not agree with that sum of money, and we just didn't do it, and nothing happened for 3 years so far. Nothing was stolen from here. Sometimes people come there and eat, but this is what it's made for. Homeless people also, or kids, when there is a season of strawberries, it's always thing to pick up, but it's how it's working. It's actually nice.
I didn't understand very well, maybe. So, from what you are living from the plants? No.
No, I do consulting for communication and IT,
And
that.
Okay, and today, now it's all, like
It's managed by NGO. We supported 2 of our projects by crowdfunding, and last year we get grant from USAID, which finance all this activity this season.
Yeah, so this is for you a room where you do the consulting, not coffee or not a cafe for people.
No.
to
We
see.
it's actually, we use just that space, and we use sometimes this hall, but we pay this space with a discount. And every season, each of the site, we and this institution put some money to sustain the project for the season. So that's how it works.
It's interesting.
Your opening hours here are what?
We are really happy that these guys are open, so there is no need for us to come here every day. So it's sustaining.
This is the responsibility of Jordan?
Yeah. Most of the director, the coordinator, barista,
And they are members of NGO?
not ours, but different.
Good.
A lot of organizations.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions? Zeng?
Very good job. I have an experience when I live on the 4th floor in the brick house, and I had no any small piece of land, and I should like to plant something. And I go and look and try to find some piece of land, and I find it
In Uzhhorod?
in Chop. In Chop, I had live in Chop in that time, and I put in that small piece of land many species of plants. And sometimes my neighbors look at me from windows and says, we have pleasure to look
at you working.
And we wonder how this biologist put on this small piece of land so many species of different plants, vegetables, fruits, berries, flowers. And it was a very, very good experience for me.
Did they join you? Offer
Yes.
some help?
Yes, I enjoy it.
And Alexander, do you think
Now I
people-
have bigger
the
piece
people
of
in
land.
Ukraine have money?
Or
Because you said that you depend on grants and somehow you collect the money from heaven. So my question is, if you think that people in Ukraine have money, if they can support your projects.
there is, I myself
Or how comes that you are so successful? That
No,
you
it
can
just-
collect money?
It just sounds that we maybe just sounds big, but the amount of the people we have in an organization and the amount of lectures per season, it's not just the hundreds
So
that
the
we do.
question is, do you think that people in Ukraine have money?
To support such initiative, yes, because this opened up during the time really much. I'm co-founder of crowdfunding platform itself, and I was discovering this issue a lot, and it opened up really during the Revolution of Dignity in 2014, when all this war issue that we have now started. So people really, at those times when even economy went down, they were supporting such initiatives, but it's not the Kickstarter or something, this big platform, a crowdfunding platform from the United States. It raises, let's say, big idea. The platform raises for 5 years 15 million of hryvnias, which is $2-3 million, which is not a lot comparing to such platforms abroad. So people, Ukrainians are now, I think, they are open to new ideas. So they try to experiment. It's not a big success, and it's actually quite hard to raise $10,000 through. So we raised most of the time twice $4,000 and $5,000 for each of the projects. It brings more community building and more PR than money, but it also brings money, of course. So we do not go from there.
But I could also can also add from our experience of our NGO Permaculture in Ukraine, because we had several crowdfunding projects. So people are ready to support. If you are a fair person, if you do whatever you promise to do, and at least our approach is that we are don't try to approach big sponsors. We just try to approach normal people. They donate not so much, so bigger amount of people with small donations, and you can do some moderate projects.
Yeah, and especially with gardening things, like this year we raised money for this indoor farm, which is made by Ukrainian inventor, is ultraponic. Basically, hydroponic is water, but ultraponic is very, very small drops of water that feeds the plant. And it's crowdfunding for such project. It's very playful. So you plant the seed, you post it to Facebook, people see how it grows, people bring you plants, and this is all game. This is how it works.
Okay, I think that we shall say thanks you to Oleksandr. Yes, and move to salad. So thank you very much, Oleksandr.